Now, this month is South Asian Heritage Month, celebrating and recognising the rich cultures and contributions made by South Asians. This evening, we hear the amazing story of the Sikh community in Suffolk.
After the partition of India after the Second World War, many were displaced and a few brave individuals made the journey across thousands of miles to try to find a safer life in the UK.
A small group found their way to Ipswich, and Tanya Mercer has been talking to 3 generations about how they built themselves from nothing into the thriving community that exists today.
That's my father. They always used to wear a suit. You've got to look nice to say that you're selling nice things.
Susha's father and uncle came over to the UK from the Punjab in 1947. They had very little, limited English, and found themselves in a country still recovering from war. With very few opportunities, they set themselves up as peddlers.
They put the suitcase together and bought some stuff from the wholesalers, and they went on bus tours of town and walked all day long with one suitcase. Snowing, rain or shower, whatever it is, they went door by knock and door. They've done about 15 to 20 miles a day walk.
The work was hard, but slowly they earned themselves enough to bring their families over from India and bought a van. From there, they progressed to their own shops. Susha's father's store was in Fitzroy Street.
We used to laugh and joke with the customers, and we were so friendly, and we got to know them by their first names.
Seva came to Ipswich when he was a baby in the 1950s. His father had a grocery store in Bramford Road. The whole family were roped into running it every day.
We used to go to London because at that time there was no one selling Asian or Afro-Caribbean food. And I remember later on in the years, I used to go with my dad to Spitalfields Market in London from about 4 o'clock in the morning to get the sweet potatoes, yams and that, because the supermarkets weren't around then.
His father also bought a couple of properties, renting them to black, Indian, Pakistani and Bangladeshi families, many of whom were often banned from housing by white landlords. And his parents' pioneering efforts allowed Seva to branch out. He became Suffolk's first Sikh bus conductor. He was a member of the local council for racial equality. He campaigned for a Sikh temple in the town and helped the Muslim community get the county's first mosque. He then continued in his dad's footsteps and set up his own shop, which his wife, Prabjot, remembers well.
It was a very busy time of our life because we opened it 7 days a week. The first generation really worked hard because they had to go out to work in factories and did really hard work to buy houses. You don't realise that how hard our parents worked and how we worked for our children as well.
And it was that hard work that laid the foundations for the next generation, like Tabs. His grandfather was a peddler. His father set up a clothing business working in markets and then shops in the town. Now Tabs is an operations manager, and his children are going into areas his parents would never have thought possible.
They'll be really proud. The legacy is there. I mean, we still, obviously in the house, we've got pictures of our elders, our grandparents, because it's a constant reminder for us to say, to be thankful for what they've done for us. The sort of younger generation have gone to further their career even more so, solicitors, accountants, doctors, opticians. So now it's really set that foundation, from the early days to where it is now.
Tab says his baby grandson, Don, can be anything. But they know they owe these opportunities to the first generations who came over here, who worked so hard to build a life for their families and contributed so much to their local communities, as they entwined their modern lives with the heritage and traditions that allowed them to become who they are today. Tanya Mercer, ITV News, Ipswich.